Gold or Bitcoin? All right. That is the question I want to talk to you guys about in this video. I'm going to break it all down. We're going to take a dive into Bitcoin's chart. Looking very, very nicely right now as I'm currently recording. All right. But I want to share with you guys what is going on. I know Bitcoin's just a touch below 70K. But as we are currently recording, this is going to be very, very pivotal for the future because right now we're up a little bit. We are up and we are moving. Bitcoin is increasing its market cap. And I want to share with you guys why this question is so important. I think it's very much under talked about within the crypto sphere. So welcome back to the channel. Like I said, I'm Mark. I hope you guys all consider subscribing down below. Appreciate each and every one of you guys that are returning, and let's get down into it. Okay, so here is a quick dive into the chart. You can see right where we are right here today. Look at that beautiful green candle, okay, just above the moving averages, and now we are trading, brushing upon that 70,000, okay. It's a huge, huge number. And I think that you guys have been all waiting for this. I think it's something that is quite due. This very sharp green candle is something that's very, very impressive as we get into the Bitcoin chart analysis even further, okay? But what's important is this is not financial advice, just my disclosure. Please do your own research and due diligence, all right? But this is just my expression and how I feel about my own investments, okay? But as we look and zoom out a little bit, you can see what I'm talking about at this level. We're brushing upon it, guys. 74,000 could be here tomorrow when we talk about Bitcoin on the charts, and that would be where we would be talking about a new all-time high. All right. The best thing that I'm doing for Bitcoin every single day is buying a little bit. All right. I'm not worried about the top. I'm not worried about the bottoms. You buy a little bit of Bitcoin every day, and you bring your basis down. At the end of the year, at the end of a couple years, 5 years, 10 years down the road, if you truly feel that Bitcoin is the main mover, that is how I'm playing it. That's what I'm doing, okay? And I'm going to get into that discussion right now, Bitcoin or gold. That is what we came here to talk about. But I do want to share with you guys today's channel sponsor. This is the chart and platform that I use within Margex. It incorporates TradingView, but what it does is allows you to trade up to 100x leverage. And using my link down below in the description, you and a lot of other traders that have already signed up can experience some serious gains trading Bitcoin on leverage, like I said, up to 100x. It's a very, very volatile sport, a way of trading crypto. So make sure you guys all know what you're doing and do your own due diligence before getting on board with Margex. And like I said, guys, using my link, you can register and claim up to $10,000 in bonuses just for signing up today. So check it out. No KYC. And if Margex is the right platform for you, then by all means, get started trading today with Margex, okay? But this is the big question. Is it better to invest in gold or Bitcoin? Now, we all talk about Bitcoin as that ultimate hedge, right? The ultimate hedge to inflation. It is something where we look into how Bitcoin is structured, very similar to the digital gold. Now, this is what we want to talk about. Let's get into some of the actual numbers and what kind of brings them together and apart in some ways, okay? Now, why would anybody invest in gold or Bitcoin? That is the biggest question, okay? So this is what I want to get into. Back in the 1870s and 1920s, gold was used as a currency for millennia, and you can see basically where we are at today. No one will accept gold as a piece of payment today. Now, that's not true. There are some high-end transactions you can do that I'm sure they would take gold. However, now we look at Bitcoin, right? We can pay via the Lightning Network. We can pay using Bitcoin. We can send Bitcoin. We can transact in Bitcoin. It's not physically dominant, okay? Nobody wants to haul around, bars of gold, okay, or gold bullion. All right, now what's important is I heard a very important analogy one day. It kind of blew my mind. I think it was that if you would lay out all the physical gold in the world, it wouldn't even make up. I think it was half of a football field if it was just laying side by side. It kind of just blew my mind and really put in perspective kind of where we're at in society. Okay, but now let's get into some of the logic behind this. Okay, both assets are experiencing a staggering demand, with gold setting a record high at 2,441 on May 20th, 2024. In Bitcoin, like I said, we're brushing upon 70K, but back in March, just 2 months ago, we hit that all-time high, 73,000 and above. So why is that? Well, it's kind of a safe haven against incoming recession, like we talked about, immune to government interventions, okay? We all know how Bitcoin has been the only crypto that really has never been challenged by the SEC, okay, within the United States. And unlike fiat, you can always print you can always print more of fiat Gold and Bitcoin are finite, okay? They're limited in their supply, okay? And that's why they are so strong as a hedge against inflation. And this is something, as we currently get into it right now, you can look at it. It's a commodity, okay? I know it's digital gold, right? But it is something where it's more accessible to certain nations that don't have gold, can't afford gold. You can buy a Satoshi, right? You can buy a little sliver of a Bitcoin. And I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions in crypto is that people do not understand how that works, okay? They almost have a fear, a hesitancy. I can't buy Bitcoin. I can't afford 70,000. Well, buy $25. Buy $5 of Bitcoin every single day. And then at the end of that system, right? That play you're making, I guarantee you that if Bitcoin does have success, you'll come out on the other side ahead. All right. That is something where we look into it even further, and I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions in the crypto world, like I said, that people need to understand. You don't have to own a $70,000 Bitcoin, okay? You can own a $5 Satoshi, and you can have multiples. I just truly feel that way, and if you look back, it's the best performing asset of my lifetime, of your lifetime, and that is just the cold hard facts. You could put all your 401ks, right? Luckily, if you can get 6% a year, 7%, 8%, and it still will not outperform Bitcoin. Now, I understand the risks, the volatility. It's not something you want to be. It's your retirement. But I can tell you this, since I've started working my normal everyday job, I wish I had at least half of what I'm putting in my 401k and contributing into Bitcoin monthly, and that would be something where we wouldn't be talking about working, okay? But hindsight's 2020, and now we can only focus on the future. So this is something we have to look at. According to Curvo, in the last 10 years, the gold spot price index has an annual return of 6% on average, with a relatively steady curve on the performance chart. Okay, now here's Bitcoin, and this is going to illustrate my point. Bitcoin returned 63.3% yearly on average over the last decade, but that price has varied wildly. Okay, dips and spikes, crypto winners, right? Crypto summers, and then huge moments of FOMO, demand, so on and so forth. And this is why you can see the difference in these two charts. This is a steadily increasing, ascending chart, and this is kind of, looks like my heart rate at times, okay? It's volatile. Jokes aside, it is very volatile, and it's okay. But as we get further into it, a couple other things that are going to make gold's case is safety and regulation, right? We all know you can't carry gold, right? There's customs, there's stuff like that. It's more heavy, it's more bearing, right? Weight bearing. But Bitcoin, I mean, here it is right here. I have all my Bitcoin right in this little thing right here, okay? And in some of my cold storage, it's even smaller. So that's kind of a big difference as well. And we can get an application utility. We can get into native currencies being that primary currency in some third world countries, right? That their predominant currency has failed. Bitcoin gives them a way out, a hope. All right. But the bottom line comes to this. When we look at the answer to the question, gold or Bitcoin, gold has been historically a value play in a hedge against inflation. Okay? Bitcoin is young. It's naive. It's still very, very young. Crypto adoption is 5% worldwide still. Not even, I don't even think. That's just crazy to talk about. All right? A lot of people have their retirements, have their investment plans, their financial advisors. They may be having exposure to physical gold and they don't even know it. It could be going on and they don't even know it. And that's kind of the beauty of the Bitcoin ETF, is that kind of gives another avenue for investors to get involved that normally they probably wouldn't. An access point. All right? But now we look in the last 10 years and then the next 10 years, the room for price appreciation lies very heavy within both. But Bitcoin, added volatility and speculation, Bitcoin could have that leg up. It has more room to run, I think, than gold in the long term. But, as always, nobody has that crystal ball within crypto that we all covet. So it's important to be very diligent within your investments, okay? Do your own research, do your homework, and make the best decision for you, okay? For me, I think it's good to have a little bit of exposure to both. That's how I play it, all right? But a lot of financial people that I talk to every single day say kind of a glass half full, right? And this is kind of what it comes down to. And this is kind of the message that is given to me from my financial people, and just like how you're reading it right now. 10% of your total value should be in gold, tops, and 10% of your portfolio should be in cryptocurrency. Now, some people are all dominant in Bitcoin. I believe in more diversification. I believe in altcoins probably more than others. And right now, as we're currently trading in crypto, meme coins are where the money is at. But I don't hold altcoins long. I don't hold meme coins long, and that's just kind of how I play it. So it's neither here nor there. It's all up to you and what your risk assessment is and how you want to manage your portfolio. So to answer your question, I think it's important to have both. Okay, that's just my play. That's how I view it. But if you're looking for that home run, Bitcoin definitely does give you more room to run. So we can look at a lot of things right now. The S&P doing better than any gold, silver, cryptocurrency, right? Over the long haul, the S&P right now is booming. But here we go with Bitcoin being so young. Where's Bitcoin going to be in 20 years? And if we continue the trek that we're on right now, they are going to outperform the S&P for the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years if Bitcoin can stay the course that it's on. All right. So that's my answer to the question. Please let me know your comments down below. I'm curious how you guys think about it. I'm very curious about this because it really does bring up the argument, Bitcoin or gold or both. All right. So crypto is continuing to evolve. The space is very vast. It's continuing to develop every single day. And where we are at from the first time that I bought crypto to where we're at right here, right now, Bitcoin is a very, very strong play for the future. So that's what I have for you guys in this video. Please subscribe down below. Appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to watch this. Also, remember to sign up for Margex. Links down below in the description if you want to get signed up. Start trading on Margex today. Back on Bitcoin. A lot of people I know that have been having a lot of success trading Bitcoin on leverage, and especially now as Bitcoin's brushing 70,000, huge gains that are to be had. So always important to diversify. That's just my 2 cents. Please do your own research, not financial advice. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.